Hey guys, this is KSFX. I am back again with another PvP video here. I am going to show you a technique this time, so this should be loads more exciting than the last one. The last video was a lot of numbers, a lot of talking, a lot of standing around looking at menus and all that stuff, but most of them are actually going to be in this format, which is I'm going to tell you about a move, probably while beating up a hapless Dale of Ashen. Then after I've shown you the move, I'm going to, if it has some history, I'll tell you, where I got it, when I started using it. This one and only a couple others are kind of like that. This one is really important though, so I'll be talking about it a lot. And then I'll show some PvP videos, just kind of cuts to parts where it basically changed the game. I don't think all the videos will be wins, but they'll definitely be when it went from, the other guy had almost full health to I have him almost, on the ropes. So either way, the backstep plus X will change the game, and that is what this is. I probably should have started with that. So the way that you do this, I call it roaming hitbox abuse. It has to do with the fact that when you see these characters on the screen, they're actually just two boxes. This is one box that my character is basically, you could draw a box around the outside of my character, and the other one is generated when you attack. So what I'm doing is I'm basically moving the hitbox, thus the roaming. And it is very abusive, especially to Slayers. I jokingly call it Slayer away, because low-level Slayers and any inexperienced or careless Slayers really have nothing they can do against this. The computer player has a little more range than most of the players do on some of these moves, and Super Armor and Ash Fork, I bet everybody wants that. But for the most part, he's a pretty normal Slayer. You'll notice that he has a lot of trouble getting in range of me, because I'm just kind of throwing this hitbox out there over and over again. And it's really difficult for him to get to me, and then when he finally does, I just backstep out of it. So he's never in range. He's on the wrong axis. I'm using the cannon down, which has a wider Y-axis, allows me to hit him even though he can't hit me. If he was in the air, or if I was fighting a witch or a, I think grapplers do a lot of aerial stuff too. If anything I've fought recently is a sign of where they're going now. Grapplers. Some weapon masters like to hang out in the air. Fire up, which is this straight thing. You get a lot more range forward and a lot more range up, but you lose some of your Y-axis, so you can't quite hit them on different axes. You have to hit them right in the face. As you can see there, I nailed him with when he was in his super armored Ash Fork, but I didn't take any damage, and that's really the bonus to this. Is you fire, he takes damage, where he hits, you're gone. The other bonus about this is, since it's moving the hitbox with you, most people will try to rush your hitbox, which is to say when I fire this gun, he'll run right through it, because he wants to. You see that? He just ran right through it and attacked me. When you use the roaming hitbox abuse, the backstep brings it to him. So even if we trade blows, he's on the ground with me. I never am stuck with him in the air and me on the ground, which is a very bad place to be. The other thing you'll notice about this is it is a back attack. It is always a back attack when you backstep. It's a forward attack when you hit him. When you backstep, that was too slow. Gotta get away from the barrels here. Also, yeah, it doesn't work if you're against the wall. But there you go, that was a back attack. And it was a critical. I think back attacks have like a little bit more percentage crit. They seem to. But it's mostly for that wonderful Slayer move, guard. You'll get hit with that a lot as a gunner, especially when you're standing up. They like to stand right next to you and put your guard up. Because if you touch their guard, you're screwed. Because then they'll just start their combo again. They just got you in a 70-hit combo. You're a little rattled. You may not have any damage because of your heavy armor. Maybe you've lost 20% of your health or something. But it's not a huge deal. But you're very rattled. You don't want to get caught in that again. You stand up, you just immediately fire or attack or kick or slide or anything that is absolutely wrong because they are guarding. One thing you can do, move slightly down, jump backward. It will cause them to take full damage, just like that. Now, of course, this takes a lot of practice, and you'll probably notice in my idle time, I just spend a lot of time doing this. To idle NPCs, to ones that I'm fighting, on videos and stuff, you'll notice I do a lot of this. That is because it's kind of become habit for me to just do it all the time in PvP. If I don't have a goal, like, I don't know what I'm going to do against this guy right now. Let's say I have engaged his ability, this is our first fight. His name is Dale of Ashen. He's apparently got some kind of lineage. He scares me a little bit. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to try to stay off his x-axis, which is the axis straight ahead. for anybody who doesn't know that, by moving up and down the Y, which is this axis. And if he does Z, if he jumps in the air, even better. This thing is really hacks against anybody who jumps. You'll see that it makes a little, like, edge, like a fork. Oh, not a fork, like a ramp, I should say. It makes an edge like a ramp, and when people jump into it, they are just doomed, because you can see the box. You have to imagine that I'm still firing. Like, freeze this animation right there. When I shoot, freeze that animation and have it follow me all the way until I land. Because that is what the damage is doing. The damage will follow me, and I get to dodge a lot of combat. So I hope this helps. Hopefully some of you can utilize Slayer away and fall in love with the hand cannon all over again. This is the main reason that I preach hand cannons for launchers. Other gunners can get away with it because, unless you're a ranger, you have decent damage regardless. I mean, autoguns have great damage for mechs and Spitfires, but rangers are fast, not strong. They get confused. But launchers are just strong. If you don't have your strength, you are really going to be in trouble in a lot of these late game matches. And you see there, we would have traded hits, both been on the ground. He would not have comboed me. And, even if he does, if he's got his super armor move going, you at least hit him. And if you're, following my guide here, and you've got full heavy armor, a lot of strength, a lot of physical attack, and a cannon, that's going to be about 2,000 damage to your average opponent. This guy has some pretty good armor. His damage reduction's a little high. But, doing 2,000 damage to somebody, 3,000 damage to somebody when you trade a hit, that's not a bad deal, because you can see, let's let him hit me for a while here. Yeah, he's got a lot of attack. Oh, that's a Zombato, that's right. So this is some kind of weird, like, Berserker Slayer, or maybe it's just a Slayer with a Zombato. It looks like all he is a Slayer with a Zombato. But, so anyway, he's got a lot of attack power, but most people do about maybe 200 to 300 damage to me a hit. So if I do 2,000 and trade hits, they gotta get 10 hits before I hit the ground. I mean, they'll probably do a finisher that'll do thousands of damage, so it's not really a big deal. But let's say they screw up their combo, or I hit the ground and they didn't plan for me to, and I do a quick recovery, or a quick rebound. I don't know if it used to be called quick recovery, but I make that mistake a lot, so deal with it. He's trying to get me. I go into quick recovery mode. Now he has lost 2,000 health for trading me for like a 300 damage Ash Fork, and it is not worth it in any sense of the word for him. So, roaming Hitbox Abuse, very good. Okay, now I'm going to get to the portion of the video. I'm going to go ahead and show how this works in action. And I thought this would be a shorter video, but I do ramble, don't I? On and on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. Go ahead and give you guys a couple of shots of me using this in, different PvP scenarios, fighting people. Probably in matches where it not necessarily turned the match around. Like, I didn't win because I did X backstep. It's not that good. But certainly, it catches them, puts them on the ground, maybe puts them in my combo if I use an on-the-ground combo after that. Something like that. In any case, here's some videos, and enjoy. Alrighty, so hope that was cool. Hope you guys learned something about how to defend yourself as a launcher. That is actually, surprisingly, the hardest part about playing a launcher. Is a lot of these people are all offense via or I should say, their best defense is just an excellent offense. Slayers, especially Zombato ones. The hitbox is kind of broken. It hits behind their head. Very annoying when you're jumping and he hits you like right there. He really shouldn't, but that's just the way the game works. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so it's a great defensive move. You just kind of put this, barrier of damage between you and everybody on the field. It's also great because it keeps you moving away from him the whole time. So it lets you reposition. You're a launcher. After he gets caught in it once or twice, if he's gutsy, like you see, this guy gets hit, he's right back for more. You can usually then catch him in a rising shot, because most people that get hit by this then immediately they kind of fall into this aggressive mode trap. Where they're like, I gotta stand my ground and kill him. So you just cancel a rising shot after that, and they're yours. They'll go flying in the air. You can have a field day with them. Let's see, I think that should just about do it. I guess there is one more thing. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I think that was in one of the videos I put in here, one of the cuts I did. You can do a backstep that pulls them into a Maryland Rose, and that is really useful. Because anything to start your combo. And here, you can pull them toward you, start your combo as well, and get them up in the air. Alright, I am done here. Hope you guys enjoyed this PvP video, and have a good one. Till the next one.